Oh, hey folks, how you doing? I got a couple minutes to stop here and go over a story with you here. The story, I found it on Drudge, and it says jab mandates may backfire. Now, I've been telling you this, and look, Reality Tester, my friend, who had been a really good guy, and I hope he's subscribed to my channel. I don't know, because I can't see the people, but he's a good man, and he's good dude. I won't say where he is or anything now. I know he doesn't like that, and I don't blame him. I understand why. He had said that people were eventually going to come around. Look, he may be right. Right now, and he started figuring this out a while ago, and this is where he got busted on his channel, I guess, because he started figuring out that they are the enemy. They are the foot soldiers right now. The rank and file people who are following this are the foot soldiers. Now, the brass are the police that drive 75 police cars up with the lights flashing. This is to show you that they mean business, that the police chief is probably a Bolshevik, and he wants this to go into Bolshevism. I'm sorry to say that, but this is the way it is. There's probably most of them are going into Bolshevism, and they don't even know it. They're being told that this is Jim Dandy. But this thing here, it's an opinion piece, and I'll read it to you, and then I got to go make a pickup, which is not going to be ready for like 10 minutes. The place here is jammed. All right, it says, in recent weeks, calls for jab mandates have increasingly been heard. In a column headline, quote, "Stop pleading with anti-jabbers and start mandating jabs," end of quote. The Washington Post's Max Boot implored President Biden to, quote, stop making reasonable appeals to those who will not listen to reason. Quote unquote. Former Health and Human Service Secretary Kathleen Sebelius lamented that we're going to tiptoe around mandates, and she's kind of over that, quote unquote. A coalition of medical professional organizations, including the American Medical Association, has asked for, quote, all healthcare and long-term care employers to require their employees to be jabbed, okay? Meanwhile, there's a top-down push to get reluctant citizens jabbed. The White House and the Department of Education partnered with colleges and universities on a scam college jab challenge. On Monday, the Department of Veterans Affairs became the first federal agencies to mandate jabs for more than 100,000 of its employees. On Thursday, Biden announced that civilian federal workers must be jabbed or submit to regular testing, which is probably going to make you lose your job or cost you a ton of money. Don't worry, they won't force you. Do you understand where the game is here, folks? Most of you are too stupid to really understand. You're believing in the dumb, bleached blonde on television who's manipulating you, and you don't even know it. And it's not her. She's not bright enough to understand anyway. It's all marching orders for them. We won't get into it. But if this rhetoric and these efforts lead to a de facto national jab mandate, it will backfire. Americans from all walks of life will resist being told what to do with their bodies, and many will resent any politician or institution that makes them get jabbed, creating a crisis of legitimacy for any government, university, or business that forces constituents, students, or employees to get jabbed. Indeed, the president of the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association he's already said there will be a lot of pushback from members of his organization against the federal employee mandate. That's because they're not Bolsheviks like you. You understand? You're the lead Bolshevik. You have to get these people into pre-1940 Bolshevism. You understand? No, you don't understand because you don't understand World War II. You don't understand anything. You're mindless idiots. My subscribers mostly excluded. There's been a lot of hand-wringing about partisan jab resistance. According to a recent Economist YouGov poll, 29% of Republicans say they won't get jabbed compared to 4% of Democrats. That's because the Democrats are Bolsheviks. It's a patriotic duty for Bolshevism. If you know that hardcore left-leaning people that have an agenda, I won't get into it. Okay, let's keep reading because I'll just wind up having problems, right? Right? So we're not going to go there. Okay, compared to 4% of Bolsheviks. But that doesn't tell the whole story. In mid-June, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, when parents of children aged 12 and older, the youngest group authorized for jabs, were asked by Kaiser Family if they would get their children jabbed, 18% they would wait and see. 10% say they would if required, and 25% said definitely not. As 538's Jeffrey Skelly explains, unjabbed Americans tend to be younger and more likely to be a person of color. The situation we're in is not just because of politics, but also because of access to the jab and broader skepticism of the healthcare system. Okay, we won't go any further. What they're going to begin to realize is that if they pull this horse shit that they're doing right now, and Biden is as dumb as he is stupid, okay? I'm sorry, folks, that's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. He's sleepy, stupid, ignorant, unaware of anything that's going around. I don't think the man even knows that he's here. I mean it. I don't even think that he knows where he is. Not half the time, all the time. That's just my opinion, okay? This may have a radical change if you take a person of color and you force them into something or you start persecuting them for this. This could lead to something very bad for the way things are going now. Do you understand, folks? That's what we were talking about. And I was talking to MJ, and MJ actually agreed with me. MJ's savvy to this. He knows that. He said, yeah, what if that happens? He says, I could see that being a real problem for the powers that be, because all of a sudden, that may start to sprout up and grow. And the sentiment may not be nice, especially if you white and you rich and you trying to get us into this. And I don't blame him a bit. The same way I don't blame myself for not wanting this. You understand? So I'm not trying to be a prick or mean or anything else. I'm just telling you the way it is. The way it could be. Folks, take care. Love y'all. Bye.